Hello dear students. So this is session for class 11th. We are taking up chapter number 3, biological basis of human behavior, and today we will take up cerebrum, which is also called as cerebral cortex, and it is a part of brain. So this cerebrum or cerebral cortex regulates all the higher level of cognitive function such as attention, learning, memory, language, behavior, reasoning and problem solving. And this is the outer layer of cerebrum, the cortex, the part of the brain most vital to our ability to think and reason, make it possible to perform organized actions and create images, symbols, associations and memories. Now the cerebrum is divided into two cerebral hemispheres. Cerebral cortex has been divided into four lobes. One is your frontal lobe, which is taking care of motor cortex, Broca's area. Then second is parietal lobe, that is taking care of somatosensory functions, and then occipital lobe, which is helping in visual things. Then temporal lobe, which will help in auditory processing, and it is also related with Wernicke's area. Now this is the diagram that is showing the four lobes of brain. Your frontal lobe, that is in this orange part, and then you can see the parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and the last is the temporal lobe. Now we will study in detail. Each hemisphere is divided into four lobes. So you can see this red part, that is called as frontal, then blue one is your parietal, then last one is your occipital, back side of your brain, and then above the ear is your temporal lobe. Now the frontal lobe, largest of all the lobes and is the motor cortex area concerned with the control of body movements. It also controls the cognitive function like attention, thinking, learning, reasoning. It also exerts inhibitory effect on autonomic and emotional responses, and damage to this area, the frontal area, the front part of your brain, leads to paralysis. Now in this frontal area, the frontal lobe, there comes the Broca's area. This Broca area that I show you in this diagram, the blue part in your frontal lobe, this is Broca's area. Now this Broca area is responsible for coordinating messages to the parts of body that allow you to produce speech in a clear and fluent manner, and it also interact with the areas of cerebral cortex involved in deriving meaning from language, sentence, structure and grammar. So if there is a damage to Broca area, that blue part of the frontal lobe, then it is called as Broca's aphasia. Now this is trouble with speech production. Speech consists of very short and simple sentences, mainly verbs and nouns. Now reading and writing not as affected, but deaf people can sometimes have difficulty signing if Broca's affected. Now the next is your parietal lobe, which is also related to somatosensory cortex, which is also called as. Also it is wherein to which the information from the skin senses like touch, temperature, pressure is carried, concerned with the sensations and their coordination with the visual and auditory sensations, and damage to left hemisphere, lost ability to read and write or difficulty in knowing where parts of their own body are located. And if there is damage to right hemisphere of the parietal lobe, then there will be the lost awareness of left side of their body, and it is concerned with, now we will talk about the temporal lobe, which is concerned with the auditory function, and it is located along the side of each hemisphere. Memory for symbolic sounds and words resides in this temporal lobe. Then it is also help in understanding of speech and written language. And if there is damage to the right hemisphere of temporal lobe, there will be loss of ability to recognize other organization of sound, melodies, tones and rhythms. And damage to the left hemisphere of temporal lobe, it will be the lost ability to understand spoken words. Now there is a Wernicke's area, and it is in on left temporal lobe. Like in this diagram, I will show you. This is Wernicke's area, which is having important function for comprehension of speech, sounds, and is considered to be language comprehension center. in temporal lobe. Now we'll talk about the occipital lobe. Now this is concerned with the visual information. It contains a sensory area that receives input from the eyes. Interpretation of whatever visual impulses, memory of your visual stimuli, color visual orientation is performed by this lobe. Damage to this area produces a hole in the field of vision. Injury to the right hemisphere of occipital lobe, it will lead to strange situation where a person can point to object and avoid bumping into but can't name them and describe their purpose. And if there is injury to the left hemisphere of occipital lobe, person can name familiar objects but can't identify basic elements such as matching angles or curves in a visual scene. Now this is all about the cerebral cortex, which is a part of your brain. I hope you have understood and have a nice day.